Heyo everybody, Haku here with my, I guess, Happy Valentine's Day Kubera Waifu tier list for now. I just did the character ranking a couple weeks ago, so now we have best girl ranking. So character ranking was kind of based, I guess, off the criteria of how much I like them as characters. This is going to be, I guess, kind of the way I usually look at waifus. Dr. Bonehead said the same thing recently. When I look at waifus in a series, it's kind of like if this series was a dating sim or something, or if I was put into the series as some self-insert character, like in the main character's position, or a position similar to the main character. Who would I, like, if I had romance options, who would the option be? Who would I go for? So that's kind of the way I view it, and I feel like that context maybe sort of helps explain some of my standpoints on this. So when I say, like, what makes a higher or lower level waifu, to me it's like how much would I or would I not sort of go for them if it was a romance option, really. But yeah, with that aside, I was going to record this video and a read through back to back, but it looks like I'm not going to have that much time to record. I just got a message. I have to go do some stuff. So this I'm going to give as much time as it needs, but I'm probably not going to be able to record a read through straight afterward. I've been pushing back a lot of stuff ever since November. I've been pushing stuff back for months just so I could do Kubera and ORV every single week. And I'm, kind of getting a little bit tired of pushing everything back. I'd love to do more Kubera and ORV every week, but it's not that I'm tired of doing Kubera and ORV, I'm tired of not doing everything else. So for me, because of that, I have a to-do list I made of stuff I want to get done this week, and if I can get that stuff done, and I have some extra time, I'll do a read through after that. So give me a few days. If I can get through this other stuff I need to do this week, then I'll do a read through on top of this. But as for right now, it looks like for today it's just going to be this video. I wanted to do both today, but sadly it doesn't look like I'm going to quite get the time. So either way, with that slight bit of bad news out of the way, I really wanted to keep reading. Let's start talking about these characters. So this is going to be interesting because I'm not going to have anything to remind me who certain characters are if I don't remember them off the top of my head. But I feel like I'm going to remember almost all of them. So I'm wondering if I should, like, last time I kind of, when I was doing the characters, went from characters I didn't really care about to characters I cared more about. I kind of wonder if that's the way I should do things again, sort of save the best for last kind of mentality. I think it maybe is a good way to do it, or at least like do some of the minor characters, like not literally underage characters, but like characters that aren't as important, kind of background characters. Do some of them first, and then save the more important characters for towards the end. So I'll just pick through them, and also some of the characters that I think are kind of like, I don't know, like maybe mid-tier. It's a little bit rude, so I'll like go through once, passing over some of the more important characters. We have Agwen. Agwen, I think, is great. Kasek's one of my favorite characters, so it's like, oh, there's the connection to Kasek there. But I haven't seen enough of her. I think when she was first introduced, I loved her early introduction, her role in the arc when we were first at Misty Shore. But since then, like, the focus has been more on Kasek. We've seen a lot of Kasek development, but I feel like Agwen's really been shoved into the background after her like first early appearances. And so I feel like I haven't really gotten much out of her. And design-wise, she is just kind of anime girl. I think she a cute, attractive anime girl, sure, but design-wise, she's kind of just anime girl. So like Wood, of course. I mean, I'm pretty generous, so I would probably say wife contestant just because I am very generous. But I am pretty kind of meh on Agwen. For me, I think the being meh on Agwen, though, is just that we haven't seen enough of her character. I think seeing even just a teeny bit more of her character, though, would like really raise her stocks for me personally. So let me glance through some of these. I guess we could go ahead and say, oh my god, I'm forgetting her name. We were just introduced recently. Let me give me a sec. I'll do a jump cut. Let me see if I can think of it on my own without having to look it up. Spoiler alert, I cannot. But I remember it because it was a name where I was always questioning myself. I'm like, not am I pronouncing it wrong, but more like, am I more like am I putting the emphasis right? Because it feels like you could put the emphasis on different syllables in her name and make it sound quite different, or like the A's in her name, pronounce them differently, whether like a or ah or a or whatever. But yeah, I am for some reason blanking on her name, but I think also wife contestant. I am interested. We learned recently in one of the afterwards that her untransformable part is the part that's hidden in the shadows, the top part of her face, and that makes me even more curious. I want to see it. I want to see what it's like. But I'm interested already. I love the design already. And if she has like a cool, like upper part of her face, like this cool Shura part, then that's even cooler. So that would like raise the stocks even more if she had like some cool Shura parts. But let's skim over some of the more important characters. I guess, Lisa's mom, something Hyas, wasn't the... Was she Anna Hyas? Wasn't in the story too much, but I think she is going to be important. I almost want to say marry me now, because just, mommies, please. But I will go wife contestant for right this moment. Once I get everything in the tier list, then I'll like order them, rank them a bit like I did with the characters. Also, I forgot to say, I'm gonna go ahead and keep the sort of like tiers that Pate Ardealul made when he made the tier list. Big thank you to Pate. I'm gonna keep these because actually they're like really good. I'm like, okay, this works really well. But yeah, either way, continuing on, we have the outpost, sort of outpost worker. Not really a guard, more just a secretary. I don't know. Maybe she is also a guard that worked at Atera, and honestly, it is another definite wood. I think she's very funny, very cool. Honestly, again, it might get boring, but I am generous, and I think wife contestant for sure. Again, it's gonna be boring, but I'm kind of going through some of the kind of just mid-range ones now, and for me, mid-range is maybe kind of wife contestant. So we have Clary. And Clary, again, hasn't had much character, and I think a little bit more like writing, a little bit more character development, and it's much like an Agwan situation where could easily go into Marry Me Now, could easily go into like top tier type of stuff. But as for right now, we just haven't had enough actual character development for me for Clary, but she is cool. She's a half, which is like extra cool. Like humans, like in any sort of fantasy setting, for me, it's like humans are cool and all. And if there's a really cool human character, I might be attracted to them. But at the sort of other side of things, at the sort of other side of things, it's like if you have the option to have a non-human character, why would you go for a human character? That's just like so boring and vanilla. Also, I should probably say I am just doing the female characters because generally I'm just attracted to women, so I feel like I wouldn't really have very good insight on ranking guys in a list like this, because I just personally wouldn't have a good understanding of what would make them more or less attractive to me when I'm not really attracted to them. Again, generally in the very, sort of circumstance here and there where I am attracted are circumstances where they're, feminine presenting. So there is that. But moving on from there, there is a dog girl who I do not remember, but her design puts her in wife contestant alone. I'm also kind of thinking about putting her in Marry Me Now, even though I don't remember. She was somebody at... Watch me completely misremember. I thought she was somebody that was part of one of the fighter guild teams that we saw in Calibloom, but I could be completely wrong. We have the female thief, who I really like. I'll just put in wood, though, because once again, we haven't had enough, character stuff. She barely appeared, but I think the design's adorable, and I love the comedy that happened. I hope we see the thieves again more from back in Atera, because I thought they were really funny. We have the girl. All we know about this girl is that she had a candle, and that's where Agni summoned himself to get to travel to Calibloom. But that's kind of all she's done. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her, so to speak. There's nothing unattractive about her, so I guess just wood. Um, then we have somebody who, again, I'm sorry if I ever don't remember characters. I don't believe I remember this character. So I'm going to put an just because I don't really remember, and the panel is just sort of like one of the normal chibi Kubera panels. Then we have Ron's mom. Again, just trying to remember characters off the top of my head the best I can. Ron's mom, I think the design is pretty nice, but I really, really, really don't know as much. And also, she was already in love, you know? She was already in love. Then we have Kali, O, and Hanuman. So, Hanuman's design is very attractive, but I feel, I don't know, it doesn't hit me as hard in that sort of way as some of the other designs. I think I need to be won over a bit more. I would go top of wood for now. I think the design's very good, but I feel like I need to be won over for whatever reason. A lot of people aren't going to like my Lila rating for a similar way, because I think people are going to be really, really into Lila, but I also feel like I just personally haven't seen as much yet. I can go ahead and rank her, actually. I just don't think I've seen enough yet. So I think also would be wood. I think Hanuman's design is more immediately attractive to me personally. But either one, I haven't seen enough, and I know it's going to sound, oh, you haven't seen enough of them, but you're rating the random person working at the place hire. But yeah, this is just, again, more who I would choose if I had a choice, and these might change. I might reorder these a little bit. Let me keep thinking. Let me keep working my way through this. So we have Callie. I believe that's Callie. You know, not as good as Taraka. Yeah, it's kind of the worst Taraka. Like, if I had the choice, I'm picking Taraka 10 times out of 10. So it's like, you know, why go for Callie? So Callie, to me, I guess, is wood, but kind of low wood for me. I don't know, and she's almost too cool. It's one of those things where it's like, oh no, she's too cool. She's out of my league. Maybe dial back the coolness a little bit. Then we have, is this Shakuntala? No, Shakuntala's later on. Menaka, maybe? Yeah, right? Menaka was Gantarva's wife. Again, she's already married. What is this NTR? So I would go low I wouldn't say absolutely not, but I'd go low And then absolutely not for the random, I think like mushroom salesman or whatever. I don't know. This is just not doing it for me personally. Oh, who was this? This was somebody that was on Lutz's team traveling to Calibloom, right? Oh, I just don't know enough. I think, I don't know enough, and the design doesn't immediately just grab me, you know? So I'll say right here for now. Rana, again, already has a one-sided relationship with Ron, so to speak. And also, she is very much just anime girl. She is very, very sort of boring to me. Not boring as a character, I like her as a character, but as like, if I had options, whenever I do play like a JRPG or something that has romance options, this is like, Rana's the kind of character I pretty much never choose, just because it's just, she is just kind of human, and that's about it. She is just anime girl, and that's about it. So again, I'm just gonna go around here for now. Pretty Then there's, oh my god, Ryagara. I don't remember this panel of Ryagara. It was so detailed. So detailed. What do I think about Ryagara? I don't know. I'm not really that into Ryagara. The big hands are kind of neat, I guess. I guess I'd go like low wood maybe, but I'm also kind of feeling We'll have to see once I get through some more of these. This is actually, you know, I've said what I've said about certain characters and needing to see more from them, needing to be won over more by their personality or their character, but some don't even need personality or character, because this is the half that was saved by Yuta, I guess. It's not the one that was saved. I don't even remember. I guess they're maybe not up here. I don't remember what they look like particularly, the ones that were saved by Marina and Gantarva. But we have the half that was saved by Yuta, which I design alone can go and marry me now. She looks amazing. And also just seems like a really nice person in the interaction she had with the others. So yeah, easy marry me now. We have some important characters and stuff. This is from Lisa's Village. Oh my god, I don't remember the people from Lisa's Villages, or Lisa's Village. I don't remember their name off the top of my head. But one of the two guards that we had, I'm sorry that I don't remember their names off the top of my head. But to me, this design to me is low wood. I'm thinking kind of too, but I'd say low wood. Then we go through, we were just recently introduced. Why can I not remember these new characters' names? I know I was just introduced to them, but I really should be able to remember. Or maybe it's just because I'm going all stream of consciousness on all of you. Okay, so I had to look it up. It's Akasha and Samfati. So that's the thing. Akasha? Like, I am always, when I'm doing the read-through, like second guessing my pronunciation. So Samfati, I think her design is amazing, incredible. I kind of like her somber, dour character. I can't wait to see even more of her backstory and even more development, because she is key to what I'm actually reading right now. So, and also I think that her sort of position in the Garuda clan and everything, being a sort of lower stage Shura, but somebody who's reached the 5th stage of development, I think is very cool. So that is really exciting. I think definitely wife contestant. Honestly, I'm going to need to reorder a lot of these, because you know, there's some I may be underrating, some I'm overrating. We'll have to see once I get the pieces on the board. I also probably need to make another tier, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So running through some more of these characters, we do have Shakuntala here. Shakuntala is definitely, I think, wife contestant. I really like her character. I am sort of a sucker for those sort of just happy, nice, kind-hearted sort of characters. So definitely belongs in wife contestant, but I'm not sure where yet. This is so sad. This is a sad case, because I don't remember her name. Fluffy-haired priestess attendant or whatever. Her in the flashback is like one of the most attractive characters in the entire series. Her in the flashback is so attractive, but then her in the present day, it's like, no, what happened to you? No. Even so, though, I still would, just not as much. Like, she would be in Marry Me Now if it was her younger self. Now, she's maybe still wife contestant, though, because, again, I feel like the, MILF without a child, the mature woman, is calling out to me. Then we've got Taraka, Shuri, we have a couple. That just looks like Prawl. Who is this? I don't remember who this is. I'm just gonna go absolutely not, because I don't remember who it is. It just looks like Prawl to me. Red hair. Wait, was I... So the blonde hair was somebody that was in that group, right? But this red hair also. Am I forgetting where this red hair character is from? I like their design. Oh, they're the ones who work in the Earth Temple. They're the ones who work in the Earth Temple. Or maybe the Chaos Temple. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up, but I think they work in the Earth Temple. They were the one that I kept hoping, like, as I was reading through all of this Calibloom stuff, where I kept being like, oh, I hope they get developed into a character, but then they never did. Maybe there's hope for the future. Probably not, but maybe. I can't go wife contestant just because I literally haven't seen enough, but design alone's carrying them to wood at least. Then we have, just skimming over, is this somebody else from Lisa's Village? I don't remember. Is this the other guard from Lisa's Village? Maybe. I'm sorry, I don't remember. You can go in E tier for your design. I don't remember. And Vasaki, even in female form, like, the inside is masculine. To me, the inside feels masculine, so I'm not really attracted to Vasaki. Vasaki, to me, just does feel masculine on the within, on the inside. So before I reorder these, I've got actual important characters to throw up there. Airi, Airi's kind of meh to me. I'm not really all that attracted to Airi. She's kind of, like, I mean, I guess I would, sure, but she's just kind of to me. Brilith is already taken, and is also, like, Brilith is pretty, but is also kind of just anime girl. I'll still say Wood, just out of respect for Brilith and her being attractive and a good character and all, but, you know, much like Rana, she is just kind of whatever to me. I'm kind of thinking top of that, maybe. I'm just not that into Brilith, personally. Then we've got Asha. Asha is wife contestant, I guess. I do like Asha. Asha's very attractive, but yeah, I think Asha wife contestant. Cloche definitely wife contestant. Cloche is very cute. Lee's Kubera herself. Well, we definitely see how she will be looking at some point in the future. But even now she's cute. She's really nice. She has a lot she's working through. I'm stuck between Wood and wife contestant. I guess I'll go wife. It would be so horrible. People are going to be so upset if I put Asha and wife contestant and Lee's a tier below. Lorraine is really good. Again, I'm trying not to think too much of, oh, they're in an actual relationship in canon and letting that ruin things. I'm trying not to think that way because Lorraine is engaged. I'm just trying to think, you know, if she wasn't engaged, if she wasn't already taken, what would I think? Definitely Wood. I kind of like just her plain design though. But I don't know if I like it that much. I'll go Wood for now, but we're gonna have to do some restructuring. Par, easy marry me now. Par is like the best. Again, super nice, kind character, like I said about Shakuntala or Lee's. On top of that, a really good design and a really unique design outside of the normal, just plain anime girl. So I think that works. Now we have Roosh and Rish. Honestly, after, like, if it was just with her introduction, to me, Rish would kind of be a B tier, like, waifu tier list entry. But after getting a little bit of backstory, after getting the extra development that came with the Asha murder mystery stuff we're getting into, Rish to me has ascended a lot. I think Rish is Marry Me Now. I really like Rish now. Like, after getting more of her character, if it was before the recent chapters I've read, then she would be like significantly lower. But even just with the, again, not even that much, but with what we did get in the recent ones, I think is great. And Roosh is just slightly lower. I also think Roosh is great. Roosh is hilarious, and comedy goes a long way with me. Sagara, I don't want to put her in absolutely not. Sagara to me is the most morally I don't like her of these characters on the list. The most morally I don't like. And again, design-wise, she is also kind of just anime girl to me. The only real difference is that she has, like, the colorful tongue, but then that just makes her look like Jumba Jukiba to me. So I'm really not won over on Sagara as a waifu. I would at least put her in I'll at least go not absolutely not, but she is fairly low for me personally. Shuri would be wife contestant. Shuri'd be pretty high for me because, again, you know, it's plain anime girl but with animal ears and a tail, I think, which isn't that big a departure from just plain anime girl, but it's a little something, it's a little spice, but also she is mommy. And I feel like if we're judging them on different categories, like looking at some of these highly rated characters, the category of mommy is kind of elevating them, and then looking at the next character, because it becomes even funnier. The next two actually are once again literally mommy. So to put them up there, I think Tarka, to me, I just love Tarka's character. I really like, one of my favorite arcs is still Lies for You, and I still just really love Taraka. So, Marry Me Now. Plus, I just got to, like, again, I've been watching Pyro Prama's reactions to Kubera as well behind me, and just, again, getting refreshed on Lies for You through that. It's kind of fresh for me once again. Teo also, I think belongs in Marry Me Now tier. Teo is great. Teo is, again, one of my favorite characters. I think that she very quickly became one of my favorite characters. We haven't seen as much out of her lately. But again, I love her. She's a great character. Again, with the kind-hearted, nice character, wonderful design. And yeah, literally mommy. She is the single mother of one child. And then we have Tilda, who I think Tilda has one of the best designs that I've seen so far. Tilda to me is like an S tier design. The only problem is that we haven't seen enough of her character yet, but the design alone would be high wife contestant for me, I think. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now, but we should order them. And before I order them, I'm a little bit bummed that Huda's not here. Huda to me would be another... Where would I put Huda? Even though Huda, technically... You know, I've asked the question before. Does Huda have both or neither? I'm thinking neither. I'm thinking it's just like, you know, what Barbie doll down there. I'm thinking neither for Huda. But Huda to me, if Huda was on the list, I would probably say... low Marry Me Now. Either high wife contestant or low Marry Me Now would be where Huda is if Huda was on the list. So to go back through and rate them, would I rather Vasaki or person who honestly looks like Prawl, who I do not remember? They're from somewhere, that's for sure. They sure are a character that was in Kubera. I would put them lower just because I really don't remember a single thing about them. Vasaki or this random person, people might think I'm wild for this, but I'm gonna say the random person because again, Vasaki to me just personality wise, the soul, the spirit, the connection's just not there for me. That's the thing. You could have a character that has a male body, but if they have the just like feminine soul, spirit on the inside, then that changes things. Whereas Vasaki to me is just like guy on the inside. So that's the way I'm thinking. But then moving up a tier, we have Sakura and random character. And I'll have to think about it for half a second, but I'm going to go Sakura just because I also don't remember this character really. Were they were somebody from the Gandharva tribe in the Gandharva flashback maybe? Maybe? If so, I don't know. I feel like we're missing some characters. Like, weren't there 2 guards or characters like that from Lisa's village? Or maybe one of them is one of these other characters and I'm just forgetting what they look like. But then Manaka definitely over Sakura. Over this character as well. Would I rather Sakura or random? I'll go random. Was random maybe another Gandharva? They do have the weird thingies on the side of their head. Then Menaka or like, was her name Meraka? I think it's Menaka and Maraka, right? Or Makara were the characters. Makara was the guy from the Gandharva tribe. Their names, for some reason, kind of get jumbled in my head. Or Rana, easy Rana. Rana or random. Rana over random. The random or Menaka is a little tougher. I do like the random's design. I like the hair, so I'll leave it at that. Rana or Ron's mom. I like Ron's mom's design. Honestly, I kind of, again, if we're just assuming that they're single in this alternate universe that I am being inserted into, then both of those probably should move up, and this is my tier. So moving into the wood tier, it's like Brilith or Ron's mom. I would say Ron's mom. Ron's mom or Lorraine? Character-wise, personality-wise, I prefer Lorraine. Design-wise, I prefer Ron's mom. What am I thinking? What are we thinking here? This is tough. I think I'm going to give a slight edge to Ron's mom. So Ron's mom or Heidi. I'd actually put Heidi down. Definitely, I'd put Heidi at the bottom of this tier for right now, actually. Random red hair, who I wanted to see more of, kind of goes here. I like the outfit. I like the big fluffy coat. I kind of like, or like the sort of cape, you know? I kind of like that look. Kind of like the big, like, winter clothes kind of look. Not enough to go above Lorraine, though. The guard whose name I'm forgetting. I'm so sorry I'm forgetting some of these names. Once again, maybe below the temple worker. I don't know. I kind of like the design though. Okay, below temple worker, above Brilith for right now. Then there's Ryagata. Well, Ryagata, she has the giant hands, which are kind of neat. That's something different. But other than that, not really doing too much for me. I would rather than these two, though. I think I'm a little unsure on this placement here for Ryagata. Then we have Kali. Oh, this tough too, because I don't think I've seen enough of Kali, and Kali to me is just the less good Taraka, the far less good Taraka. So for her, I would say below Brilith, above Heidi, maybe. Is that what I'm cooking? No, I would say I would rather Heidi. I'd say I'd rather Rana, actually, as well. And the random here. So yeah, I'm actually going to lower all the way down to Et here. I don't know, Kali just to me hasn't stood out enough on her own. There's the random girl who had a candle. That's literally her only feat, her only achievement within Kubera is having a candle. And I'm thinking here... You know, this is kind of a odd tier I've got going on here. There's the thief. I'm thinking thief stays at the top of this tier. Then there's oh god, why am I blinking? Lila. Should Lila move up a tier, honestly? Yeah, I think I'm underrating Lila, definitely. And then Hanuman, I'm also thinking I'm underestimating. So again, I'm weighting pretty highly, because that's just kind of the way I am. So I think, you know, wood tier solid, so wife contestant tier. Hanuman, Hanuman over Lila, for sure. Hanuman or Lise, I'm going Lise. Lise or Cloche, I would go Cloche. Asha, I would say... Gosh, it's tough to decide between Asha and Lise for me, personally. I would say below Cloche, but it's tough for me to be between, like, Asha and Lise. I guess I'll give a slight edge to Asha for right this second. There's the priestess attendant who I don't remember her name. Priestess attendant who I don't remember her name will go... Would I rather... This is difficult. Because, you know, you catch me at a certain time and I might be like, oh no, drop 2 entire tiers. And then you catch me at some times and I'm like, no, still good. Because, like, right now, I am still, like, even for this panel looks nicer than most of the panels we get of her at current age. But then you also have to remember, the younger version, could you work some, work some Hoti Vishnu in here and return what once was? I'm going to say there for right now. Then there's Shakuntala. Shakuntala, I think, goes... Geez. I have to see more of Hanuman's personality. Hanuman's design, at first glance, I think is better, but Shakuntala, I just really like her personality thus far. And then we have Dog Girl being carried entirely by design. I don't remember a thing about the character. Just fully designed. They're from Calibloom, right? Gosh, I'm struggling to remember. But just design alone, I think is going just below Cloche. Yeah, it's tough though. I almost wanted to go above Cloche on design alone. This is wild. This is insane. Okay, so Clary. I feel like a madman. It's just, like, a lot of these, other than Hanuman, I mean, Shakuntala is just kind of a human, but she's green. I don't know, just any sort of half material, and I'm like, you know, maybe Kurigam's cooking here. Clary is such like a nothing character so far, and yet, would I rather the fish or the snake or the dog? I think fish, please, I guess, for the moment. There's the completely random person But I really like this completely random person. I definitely can't put the random person, well, I could put that random person, the dog person, over Lise and Asha, but I can't put this random person over Lise and Asha, though I do really like her. I really like her, so she's staying there, though. There's Lisa's mom, Anna Hyas, I think was her name. Goes... Would I rather... Again, here's the thing though. I have seen the future. I have seen the visions. I know where Lisa's going. So Lise goes higher because, you know, I know where Lisa's going here. Shakuntala, again, personality-wise, goes higher. We just don't know enough about Lisa's mom. Again, her mommy score is high, but what we know about her score is low. Like, if we're giving, like, mommy score, what we know about them score, like, character, personality, and design score, if we're judging by those three, she's high on mommy, but low on what we know, and meh on design. So, I'm gonna say maybe below Hanuman. I still think wife contestant... And I'd still maybe just slightly put her above Lila for right now. But that's what I'm thinking. Then we have, again, we don't know enough about Akasha yet. She's mysterious, but that mystery, that mystique, that adds to it, you know? And honestly, I like the hair, I like the things in the hair, the hood, the hidden face, with the promises of something that might look cool beneath. And we don't know, so if it doesn't look cool, then I, you know, don't have that to hold against her because we haven't seen it. This is very tough. I will go above Dog Girl, but below Cloche. Then we have Agwen. Agwen's just a normal person, but I do like Agwen. This is tough. Because with Agwen, it's like... I am filling in a lot of the blanks myself because I know less about her character than Asha and Lise, who are far more developed as characters. But it's like, I've seen more of Asha and Lise, but I can assume more about Agwen. This is difficult. Agwen or Cloche? I would go Agwen over Cloche. Agwen or Clary, though. I think I'm still sticking with the fish for right this moment. I did not think Clary would be this high. I thought I was going to put Clary in a meh position here. But again, just looking through them, Clary's actually fighting her way up. Like, you're seeing in real time my thought process work through these. Tilda goes above Clary, though. Tilda's got one of the best designs we've ever seen. Tilda even goes above Samphati. Samphati or Clary? Clary just seems... kind of more sweet and innocent and nice, I guess. I would still, I guess, Samphati's design, we haven't seen enough about her character, but again, there are things I'm hoping for the character. And I think that maybe puts her above Agwen for now still. Shuri or Tilda? I would go Tilda over Shuri. Shuri over Clary for sure, though. This is a solid one, so we got a dividing line here. This is a solid one. Solidly Shuri over Clary. But then when it comes to Shuri and Tilda, it's a little closer. I'm sticking with Tilda for now. Then we have Roosh, who I was honestly thinking about moving up to Marry Me Now. I will keep Roosh at the top of wife contestant, and then, you know, we'll have our top 5 here. You're seeing our top 5. Teo or Taraka? This is difficult. Taraka has the memory thing. I would see her as the monster form, but that's still fine. She's this on the inside, and the monster form's still fine enough. If anything, you know, the monster form separates her out, makes her a little bit different from the others. Yeah, I'm going Taraka over Teo. And then Rish. This might actually be a solid lineup here. Rish, how am I feeling between Rish and Taraka? I'm actually putting Rish really highly. And I'm also kind of cool with it. I also like we got the detail in the afterword that she's actually really young physically, but she dresses mature. So it's like you get mommy, but also not mommy. You get both. So you do have that. And then Par, definitely. And then there's... Okay, so this design is better than Par's. But Par, I know more about. So it's crazy we're having this waifu tier list. This is why it's so much cooler than the character tier list where I'm arguing over which character is better. Here I'm arguing between two characters that are incredibly minor, to tell you the truth. And I'm trying to like choose between them. We have a character that I literally don't even think has a name who's vying for the top spot. And whose design I think is better. But I would go Par more. Because I know more about Par, and Par's design's also great. Give me 1 second. I had to make our winner tier, our winner of the tier list, top waifu for Valentine's Day is going to be Par. I think that's probably not a surprise for most of you, but this is what I'm thinking. So it's like, we have our number one, our choice. If I was thrust into the Kubera world and it's like I had to survive in a main character or main character adjacent position and I had like romance options as if it was a video game, who would I go for? We're going for Par. But then we have our like sort of elite four. You know, you got the Demon King and then the Demon King's four assistants. So we've got our sort of wife, our four sort of, you know, under wives, the runners up, and then all of the wife contestants, all of the like, you know, kind of ones, the ones that I'm really a little bit more unsure about myself, and then the ones that I just wouldn't. So you have the would and the would not. So that's what I'm thinking for now. I've got to go though. I definitely didn't expect this to be 42 minutes long recording so far. So I've got to go edit this, do a bunch of other stuff. So thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of the list, what you thought of you know, my decisions, and let me know your own decisions. If you make your own list, for some reason, I leave it so that people can link things in the comments, but, you know, YouTube doesn't allow it, even though I have in my settings to allow it. So I guess if you want to show me your own list, you can throw them in the Discord, or you could, you know, screenshot it, throw it in the Discord, screenshot it at me on Twitter or something, and I could see it that way. But comment down there anything you want to say. Subscribe for more, Kubera, much more. Like I said, if I get done with everything I need to get done with this week and I have some extra time, I'll also do a read-through this week to finish out the chapter that we were on. We have 3 more chapters, and then the next chapter is 8 long, so I'll probably split it into 4 and 4. So there's that. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you would like to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks, it's appreciated. If you want to help support the channel, also get One Piece videos early, get your name at the end of videos, then you can hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already patrons and channel members. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Booster, Magical Girls, FR Nono, JA and the D-Ban, Cheverton students, David Langstaff and Folded Goal Slayer candidates SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element, Pate Ardealul. Thank you so much for your support. One of you, I think, the anniversary of becoming a patron or member was the 18th, so tomorrow I think somebody's getting a new crown, or their crown's getting updated or whatever. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.